Hi, my name is Erica Frazier, and I'm going to go over the initiatives and the referendums of the Arizona State Constitution. The definition of an initiative is the method by which voters may propose new laws or amend existing laws by gathering signatures from registered voters to place the issue on the ballot. The Constitution of Arizona provides voters with the ability to propose new laws or constitutional amendments through the initiative process. The definition of a referendum is the method by which voters may veto a law by gathering signatures from registered voters to place the issue on the ballot. The Arizona Constitution states, "The people reserve the power to use at their own option the power to approve or reject at the polls any act, item, section, or any part of act of the legislature." An initiative is created by a petition from the Secretary of State. For the Arizona Constitution, 10% of the qualified electors shall have the right to propose any of the measures, and 15% shall have the right to propose any amendments to the Constitution. A referendum is created a little bit differently. A referendum is created by an application that is then filed on a form that is provided by the Secretary of State. This form at the time must have the sponsors' names on it. And if it's an organization, must have the organization's name on it and the owners. With this power, 5% of the qualified electors may order the submissions to the people at the polls of any measure enacted by the legislature. When it comes to the initiative and the referendum, there are some similarities to the both of them. Similarities of the initiative and the referendum is that both are used to look into issues that are related to companies, organizations, schools, and unions. Citizens are then able to actively participate and engage in the legislative power by voting in the initiative and the referendum. The initiative and the referendum are both for an election. When there are similarities, then there are differences. There are some differences between the initiative and the referendum. The government introduces referendums to the legislature, whereas initiatives are written by the citizens, asking for them to be placed on the ballot so they can then be voted upon. The way that the initiative and referendum start is different as well. The referendum is less effective, so it is hardly used, unlike the use of the initiative. There are some pros of the initiative. The pros of the initiative is that the citizens are able to propose new legislation. If the proposal is approved, it then becomes a part of the Arizona State Constitution. There are some cons of an initiative. This power can only be used once a year, and state residents need to not only follow the state regulations, but they also need to follow the federal regulations as well. There are some pros of referendums. The pros of referendum, through voting, citizens are able to have their views voiced on the important matters. If they feel that the legislative process was not conducted properly, there is the option to reject the entire thing. One con of a referendum is that interest groups and campaign groups can misguide and provide false advertising and information of the referendum. When it comes to the democratic process, initiatives are a very important component of it. It allows citizens to have control over how their government is ran and what laws will be adopted into the government. Different referendums put different requirements on citizens, like to vote on laws that are already existing or to petition current ones.